Good morning. It is a Monday, March 26th. Just come off of a weekend of being ill. I feel a lot better than I did on Friday and even Saturday. I did a whole lot of sleeping this weekend. I did more sleeping than I was awake this weekend, which is probably why I'm feeling quite a bit better than I was on Friday. And some great caretaking by my wife, getting me all doctored up and well over the weekend, making sure I stayed rested. So big thanks to her. And she went and got me some medicine, some over-the-counter stuff, but it seems to have helped. It was mainly a sinus thing that I had going on, and in addition to that, my back is flaring up again. So I really need to make a doctor's appointment for that. Maybe I'll make that call today for next week. But I really don't. There isn't a whole lot I did this weekend. During my hours I was awake, I didn't do a whole lot. I sat and relaxed. And played some more Minecraft. I really need to get my other computer back up and running so that I can take that world that I already have much done on and continue working on it. So, but no, it's come along and built a few things. I got a house built using some command blocks to use for teleportation, just because who wants to run everywhere, right? My buddy who plays with me, he's digging away, mining for materials, so I can do the building. Seems to be a pretty good combination there. But yeah, this weekend was pretty boring. I was sick yesterday morning too. In fact, I got up pretty early because my back was hurting me. If I'm in bed too long, it hurts pretty bad. So I got up fairly early, went out in the living room, sat in the chair, fell asleep again, and I don't remember. I took another pain pill for my back. That's probably contributed to a little bit. But I sat in the chair and fell asleep, and said I don't remember them leaving for church. My wife and son, they left for church, and next thing I know, I wake up and they're coming in the door. And they had went to church, they had went to lunch in our little town here, and they went to the grocery store. So, and they went to the pharmacy to pick me up some medicine. So I slept through the whole morning. It was pretty crazy. I can't believe I slept through all of that, but evidently I needed it, because I'm definitely feeling a lot better today. I dropped my taxes off this morning to be done. There's a guy locally here that we've used ever since we moved here. He's done a good job for us and done it, we don't have complicated taxes. We don't itemize or anything, but he takes and puts it all together for us. Back in the day, I used to do it myself, and I don't know. I heard this way I have someone else does it for me. I never get audited. I have someone to assist with it. I don't know. But this will be the first year that we are claiming childcare. My mother, who does the babysitting for us, she's asked us several times why we don't, and we talked about it and finally came down to she was going to go ahead and claim that pay on her taxes, so therefore I'll claim it on mine and get a little kickback there. So we're going to go with that. If I understand it correctly, that portion of it becomes a tax credit opposed to a tax deduction, which is good because a deduction just brings down the amount of income that you have to, claim for taxes. So therefore it brings down the amount that you have to pay, where credit actually comes off of the amount of taxes you paid in. So obviously up to the amount that you put in. You can't get a credit for more than what you actually paid in. So we should get at least that much back, the amount of that child care, unless our deductions were way off and we would have had to have paid otherwise. So, excuse me. But anyway, I dropped him off. Since I procrastinated so long, I usually go in and have an appointment and sit down. He does them with me. He does it while I'm in there in the room. But this year, putting it off. And it's not even because, most people put it off because they have to pay. It wasn't even that way with us. It's just hard finding the time or whatever to do it. I should say hard to make the time, because there would have been time if I just did it. But I dropped them off. He'll call us when they're done, and I'll come down and we'll have a small appointment just to sign everything and have it taken care of. So, other than that, it was funny. My son, this morning on the way, I gave him the choice whether he wanted to go with me to the tax man or he wanted me to drop him off to Grandma's, and he chose to go with me down there before we dropped him off at Grandma's, and all the way there, because we're not huge oil company, oil area around here, but you'll see little oil pumps out in the fields a lot, and they look like big hammers. And to my son, he's like, "Dad, there's a big hammer out there pounded on the ground." And for a kid who doesn't understand or see what that is, that would be what it looks like. But and then he wanted to point out all the towers he could find. So he had a good time just riding in the car with Daddy. So we did that this morning before we dropped him off at Grandma's. And this is my last week of this schedule. Starting a week from today, I'll be going in 2 hours later than what I am now. 3 hours later than what I am now. No, 2, yeah. I'm supposed to be work 10:30 now. I'm going to be coming in at 12:30, so 2 hours later, yeah. So, have to get used to that. This will be the last week that Jill will probably be up when I get home from work. So yeah, we're going to take advantage of that this week. Make sure we spend time with each other, and we'll see how things go, how things happen going forward. I volunteered for this, so if it seems to be poor, it's my own doing. But I think I'll stop rambling at this point and finish this up. Let you guys go. I didn't see yesterday's sermon yet, so I'll watch that on video after the fact. Let you guys know what I think about that. Hit all the buttons down below. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Share it with somebody. Look me up on Facebook or Twitter. I'm not real active on those, but my stuff's on there. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.